Yeah, hi there. These comments, I'm using the last four digits of your student number, 3468, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL iBT. I'm very excited. You submitted an integrated speaking practice test. This is the one about glacier formation, so I'm excited to hear and evaluate your response. And thank you for completing the assignment.
Formation of a glacier. The glacier is formed when snow remains at the same place at each.
When you say formation of glacier, I wouldn't say that. I would say the lecture discusses the process of glacier formation. So then we know where this information is coming from, and then a few times during your response, you can refer to the source as a speaker.
Around and accumulate to form ice.
I want to say accumulates. So don't forget that S on that third person present singular verb there.
Every year, new layers of snow fall on the older layers.
You want to say snow. Oh, you're not pronouncing your vowel long enough. Snow. Oh.
Forcing the ice to recrystallize.
Okay.
These recrystallization force the snow to form into smaller grains.
You want to say forces. So again, put S on the end of that third person singular verb, and in this case you have to create a new syllable. So forces.
And these grains increase in size due to recrystallization.
You want to say these grains. Grains.
In the form of sugar crystals. And these grains grow larger and increase density.
They increase in density.
2 winters it transforms into fern.
Okay.
Which is an intermediate stage. And is
between snow and glacier ice, I would say.
Of the dense of water. A glacier is formed over a process of 100 years through this above process mentioned.
Okay. So good. So I think we can give you a score here. So delivery, you're speaking a little bit slowly with too many pauses. What do? Go to the pronunciation part of my course. I recommend you focus on pronunciation lessons 41 through 44 to address that. In fact, let's go to the pronunciation part of my course right now. So you might want to go to the internet with me. So go to stealth.bettertoeflscores.com. You may want to pause the video to do that. Now it'll ask you for a username and a password. Type in your email address. That is your username and your password. Now if you're asked, you can type in 7-step system to pass a TOEFL iBT as your enrollment key. Don't put the hyphen and use all small caps. Again, type in 7-step system to pass a TOEFL iBT as your enrollment key. Okay, so for pronunciation, there's a few things you want to take a look at right now, so hopefully you're looking at my website also. So step 2, you see where it says target and improve your pronunciation weaknesses? If you find that, that means you're at the right part of my course. Now my recommendation to get started here, where is it here? Let's say speak clearly, lesson number 7, the O. I think you can work on that sound a little bit more. I think that's going to be important. Now also, speak clearly, lesson 26 through 28, syllable division and grammatical word endings. You remember a few times in your speech you're not putting the S on the ends of your verbs or maybe nouns. So these lessons will tell you the rules surrounding that and how to do that. So that's going to be a good lesson for you. I also recommend intonation. Speak clearly, lessons 37 through 40, I think, is also a good series of lessons for you. And then, as I already said, speak clearly, lesson 41 through 44. That will help you with your thought groups and your blending, so you can become a little bit more fluent in your speech. Okay, let's keep going. So language use. For the most part, you have pretty good control of your grammar and your vocabulary, except sometimes you might be leaving a word out. You might not fully explain the idea, so maybe a little bit of trouble with vocabulary. There, topic development. Make sure when you're explaining the information, you're explaining it as it comes from the lecture or the speaker's point of view. That means you want to put voice markers probably 4 or 5 times during your response. You'll say things like, according to the lecture, or the speaker also says, and finally the speaker claims that glaciers, because of the forces of gravity, eventually begin moving downhill when they become really heavy. Right? So I think overall, and you can look at the rubrics that I used here. I'm putting them in the email I'm sending to you. I'm going to put you at about 2.5 out of 4. Okay, this is going to put you at 19 points out of 30 on the speaking practice test. And what does this tell you? This tells you that you need a lot of practice right now for your speaking, also pronunciation practice. I even recommend that you do the pronunciation pretest in my online TOEFL course, and then send me an audio file and I will listen to that and tell you what parts of the pronunciation course you can focus on the most. Alright, so anyway, thank you for completing this. Now if you look at the syllabus for our class, I gave you 2.5. So 2.5 is going to put you at 85% on this assignment. So now that you're in in-grade and you can see what's going on, I want you to send me the other speaking practice tests. Right? So I think there's at least 3 other integrated speaking practice tests I'd like you to complete. So you can do these over the next few days. All right? Thank you.